We have a marathon problem. What if I told you 10 years ago Bungie made a brand new multiplayer game and it sold less copies than an indie card game? You'd think I'd lost my damn mind.
But it is true.
Impossible! How could this have possibly happened? Stop attacking Bungie. They're only the worst studio around right now. The studio behind one of the greatest trilogies ever. The studio who created one of the most successful IPs we've ever seen in Destiny. The very same got outsold by an indie team. Actually, two guys. But this video is not solely about Marathon. I think the Marathon problem is an industry-wide problem. Let's talk about it. Marathon is a flop. We already knew that. Because we are geniuses. Take it in, boys. Take it in. Linear Analytics blessed us with some juicy numbers. Yes. Giving us a little taste. Marathon has sold approximately 1.2 million. Million. No! Oh no, that's awful for Bungie. I'm devastated. That is right, boys. The lowly YouTuber with 7,669 subs did better guesstimation work than the expert journalists. 69. But seriously, that either means they're lying or they don't understand the industry at all. I'm willing to bet it's a mixture of both. Sony will not be happy you don't spend 3.6 billion on a studio to sell 1.2 million copies on their first title with them. You can hit me with the liar. Those stats are made up. This isn't true. You're a grifter. I'm not just a grifter. I'm the best grifter. Even Paul Tassi is saying 1.2 million is about right. That is a journalist who has a connection with the studio. He's been reporting on Destiny forever. He's also Bungie's biggest fan, so if he's saying it, it's F's in the chat, boys. It's always interesting watching the cope change over time, isn't it? The server slam has a low player count because people were waiting for the game to officially come out. All the players are on PlayStation. It doesn't need to sell loads to be a success. I can't wait for the best games are the ones that are only here for a short amount of time. Yeah, I know some of my handsome degenerates here actually like Marathon and are probably sick of this conversation by now. But allow me to extend an olive branch. Is that the saying? Let us metaphorically touch tips. Let's come to an understanding. Let's meet halfway, that's better. You can go watch my thoughts on the server slam, and I didn't hate the game. I thought it was well made, the gunplay was good. I was one person who said I like the art style. Whoa, let me explain for those that don't know why. I like the cleanliness of it. Tickles my brain. I just didn't like the extraction shooter gameplay of it. You know, the point of the game. But if you enjoy it, enjoy it. Play it, love it, who cares? I like Callisto Protocol and everyone likes to say that sucks on the internet. Play what you want. However, there is a conversation around Bungie and Marathon's future now. It was even a conversation last year. It's actually one of my favorite conversations to have. Marathon needs to be a success, and if it's not, then Bungie could be shut down. That's music to my ears. It's the best goddamn music. Beautiful. So, could Bungie get shut down? I don't think so. I think layoffs are more likely. But I think Marathon's flop performance combined with the low player count of Destiny is something that Bungie should be very worried about. Not only did Marathon flop, it's also lost about half of its players. Normal for a single player game, not good for a multiplayer game.
Nope.
If Bungie turns into a drain on resources, do you think Sony would really keep the lights on for them out of pity? For Sony, there's an argument to be made to shut down Bungie, take those IPs that can make money, and do something else with them. Get a new studio to make Destiny 3. Sony will be looking at what went wrong, and Bungie's reputation is one of those things. I don't think that's likely though. It's just my favorite dream to have. It's a good dream! So this studio we bought for 3.6 billion to lead our live service push, coach the other studios on how to make a live service game, and make our biggest live service title is losing us money. Do we cut our losses now, or? I do not want Marathon players to lose their game. I don't think that will happen. It would be funny, but I don't want the game gone. Like I said, I want it to continue to cost these executives money. And also, players shouldn't lose a game they've paid for. Damn, 1.2 2 million sales. You know what? I bet you if I made an OF and sold something titled, "Can My Legs Sell More Than a Bungie Game?" I think I'd win. The best goddamn legs in gaming, boys. If I had 1 million subs, I'd do it. Definitely. I'd do that. Because it'd be funny. I'd also donate the money to charity. The charity is called Clinic Needs to Eat this week. Anyway, moving on, you can stop daydreaming about something that's never gonna happen.
Now,
This video isn't just about Marathon. The Marathon problem I'm talking about is PvP multiplayer games are failing more and more. It's like watching a Liverpool game out there, boys. Every fucking week. So many goddamn PvP multiplayer games releasing and failing. Concord, Highguard, Marathon. But even the successes. Battlefield 6 with 7 million copies sold in its first 3 days. And now has a player count lower than Helldivers 2. Helldivers 2 is great, but it shouldn't be beating the most successful multiplayer game of the last year. I'm one of those Helldivers players. I'm playing it because there is nothing else. I don't want to play these PvP shooters because they suck. Modern Warfare 2019 is reaching new peak player counts on Steam because the modern day shooters are terrible. People are looking back on that game with rose-tinted glasses because that game was not fun. Okay, nobody move a muscle. We got a 10-minute game here, and I don't want to see movement from anybody. All right, we're almost out of time, and there's no points on the board. I'll go capture A for 1 point. I know people love that game, and I'm even tempted to spend the £5 on Steam to see what this is all about. But to smack some perspective into your mouth, respectfully of course, or disrespectfully, I don't know, take it however you want. Modern Warfare is 7 years old. 7! A 7-year-old Call of Duty game is competing with the newest Battlefield game and a brand new Bungie game for player count. We have a problem. PvP games just don't hit the same. People might point to Marvel Rivals. Yes, that has kept a steady player base. That's a hero shooter. I don't really count those. You could say Arc Raiders. Arc Raiders is an anomaly. I think that game captured something unique in the gaming space, but it's also losing players. And there are rumors that it could be leaning into more PvE stuff. The Burnt Peanut, the most popular PvP streamer by 1,000 miles, is playing Counter-Strike and The Isle. The most popular PvP streamer is playing an 11-year-old dinosaur game. And Counter-Strike. You only play Counter-Strike if you hate yourself and there is nothing else to play. No one is happy on Counter-Strike.
No.
What are we doing? Boys, I'm thirsting for a good PvP shooter. I'm like a fat kid in between meals. I'm hungry. Starving. At the moment, I'm playing The Division 2. It's pretty fun. And Helldivers 2. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna buy Modern Warfare 2019 for £5 stunning. Yes. Yes, I need this. I need this. There used to be so many great multiplayer games, you couldn't keep up with them all. I could never make up my mind whether I wanted to play Gears, Halo, Battlefield, or COD. Nowadays, they all suck, and I've got Marathon? Yay! An extraction shooter. I've got Splitgate. Okay. Battlefield 6 genuinely is the biggest fumble I've seen from DICE. I stopped playing it because of exploits and bugs. Bullets not going where I wanted them to. Every single lobby was a sniper lobby. They barely update the game. I've got Halo Infinite. Really?
really.
If I want to play Halo, I'll play the Master Chief Collection. You get what I'm trying to say, right? Where are some new PvP shooter games? I want to go into a toxic lobby and unload on people's faces. What? Marathon is literally right there and he's moaning there's no good PvP games. That's what's wrong with gaming these days. Shut up! There's not even a single problem to identify. Because there's loads of damn problems. There is so many problems with the gaming industry right now, it's impossible to pinpoint one exact issue that is causing all these multiplayer games to suck ass like they're auditioning for a fatherless job. You got Sony throwing millions upon millions at live service trash, forcing single-player studios to make multiplayer games. Ingenious move. They're just spamming us with live service games hoping one of them will be a hit. Extraction shooter.
Really?
And their next live service slop game is Hunter's Gathering. Oh my God. I know what we'll do. Gamers always wanted to play as a character that looks like this. And we will provide them with it. They're more focused on taking more money from you, they forget to make a good game. Here's a hot take. I think the amount of time it takes to make these games nowadays is a big problem. 4 to 5 years, maybe even longer. And what these games try to do these days is capitalize on trends that are trends 5 years before their game comes out. If Marathon came out 5 years ago, it probably would have done better because people wouldn't have played a billion other games that do the same thing. Loot and extract. We've already had Hunt Showdown, Delta Force, even COD had one, and you know what else they had? A single player and other PvP modes. Crazy! Insane! You get shitloads of hero shooters because Overwatch was really big once upon a time. If I see another hero shooter, I'm gonna lose it. They're so focused on retention, they're thinking about season passes, expansions, a content roadmap. We gotta keep the players engaged. How about make a good game first? How do we do that? You'll see a lot of these sort of complaints. There's nothing to do, there's no content. Bro, we used to survive on a few map packs a year. We played it because we loved it. Another hot take. I think the developers are worse than they used to be, especially in the AAA space. My God, man! Games are broken on release, they take ages to fix things, they don't fix them properly. Character designs suck. There was a post on X comparing a Black Ops 2 map with the new version of it. It looks soulless. Soulless. Like AI made it. It takes them longer to make their games, and they're somehow worse than they used to be. I believe Fortnite had a massive impact on gaming. Every single company wanted their own Fortnite. They want that live service money glitch. Celebrity skins, franchise crossovers, the deals, the popularity. Battle Royale, Battle Royale, Battle Royale, and more Battle Royale. I am shocked Halo didn't get one. Shocked. Even Fortnite is struggling now, by the way. Epic laid off a bunch of people because of it. Destiny as well, a PvE game that somehow managed to keep millions of players playing years after release. How is this possible? We got a lot of live service PvE games now, which is fine, a lot of them are good, but the PvP multiplayer shooter scene is struggling to breathe. You could tell me 6v6 is dead, team multiplayer games are dead. It's not fun anymore. It's boring. Then why are people searching for it on older Call of Duties? People are playing the older Halo games instead of Infinite. Battlefield 6 was a huge success because people wanted it. EA and DICE just fumbled it. The people want good PvP shooter games. Bungie provided Marathon and almost everyone rejected it. Thanks, but no thanks. I do think that they need to evolve and grow, but there has to be more modes and game types than extraction shooters and battle royales. That's all we're seeing. I know people are gonna say single player.
Let's go!
I love me a single player game. I do. It's all I play these days, but that's the point. Like I said, I just want to unload on some dudes and play PvP. I want to grind some ranks. I want to have fun with the boys. I want a PvP game so good that I'm up to the early hours of the morning and screwed myself for work the next day because it's so damn good. Maybe it's just me. Maybe you're looking at me like I'm crazy.
I'm not crazy.
Maybe you love some of these modern shooters. People are jumping into older games, ignoring brand new ones. Extraction shooters aside from Arc Raiders are never massive successes, so I don't know why these big studios want to build an entire game around them. Tired of hero shooters. Tired of studios making a live service game just because they want the money that a live service brings without producing the quality. Tired of studios building games around what streamers want. Fuck them, who cares what they think?
Oh.
I'm actually contemplating going on Counter-Strike, boys. Send help.
1 hour later.
So when I say we have a Marathon problem, Marathon just encapsulates everything that's wrong with multiplayer shooters right now. Live service because Sony wants that cash. Not because they want to keep improving this game and make it into something spectacular. No sir! They want to bathe in money with hookers and cocaine. Bungie are a studio that is not as good as they used to be. It is clear as day to see that. Destiny released with a PvE mode and a PvP mode. That's too much to ask for these days. Nowadays you just get one PvP mode and you should be grateful for 3 maps, 1 enemy type, and 5 characters that look like greasy ass. Bungie has lost so much respect from the gaming community. Reputation gone. No one trusts them, and if you do, what are we doing here? How many times do they have to do a scumbag thing for you to realize that they're scumbags? I'll take it back. she won't cheat on me for a 10th time. Wake up! They made an extraction shooter, something gamers were tired of years ago. Again, Arc Raiders is just a unique game. But seriously, were they hoping to convert a niche genre into a mainstream one? I admire the balls there, but that's stupid. What is this creative bankruptcy? Let's take a franchise that has never been an extraction shooter and make it one. I do think Marathon's world is pretty interesting, but they fumbled that. It's also a damn hero shooter, for fuck's sake. Marathon is everything that's wrong with a lot of gaming, but more specifically, multiplayer gaming. The gunplay is good in Marathon. I think it could have worked as a competitive shooter, just with some other modes. Keep the extraction mode as well, and you're giving players more options. Not that I think that would have saved it because of the other problems we just talked about. We've lost something. We really have. Games don't feel like they're made for you to have fun with anymore. They feel like they're designed to take as much money from you as they can. They're not built for fun. They're built to be grindy so you stay on the game longer. Remember when all you had was a rank to grind? Remember when you played purely for the love of the game? When last I talked about Marathon, I said I needed something to do. I get loot and that's it. And that got me thinking it shouldn't be that way. I shouldn't need something to force me back on. I should play it because I want to, not because I've got 5 quests to do and challenges to grind. It's like modern gaming has brainwashed me. There are, of course, exceptions to this, but man, it all feels so corporatized now, which a lot of people are sniffing out and rejecting. Honestly, it all changed the more mainstream gaming got. Feels like we've lost the soul in gaming, in multiplayer games. And we've obviously talked 1,000 times about that happening in the AAA space altogether too. We need a small dev team out there with an original idea. Something new in the PvP space, but also with a touch of familiarity. Something that evolves from the old, but doesn't take everything completely away. Something with soul, with
Passion.
something that makes wives want to divorce their husbands, you know? Something so good that when she messages you for 10 seconds of greatness, you pass because you're playing with the boys. But that's my rant over. Some of you might be looking at me like I'm crazy. That's fine. I am, but thanks for listening to me. I'll see you in the next one.